Now, full disclosure, mine is a 2001, so everything's an upgrade from that, right? But some of these parts didn't get upgraded, didn't get changed. So I just thought I'd reflect upon my challenges with this control block with that number, this one being my replacement. And I probably could have gone the cheap way on this, but I just need to get this thing back together. So that's an extraordinary $180 price point. But you know, when you got a panel like this under the dash and these switches that I'll show you in a moment that are pretty crude, and you've got a box that basically, you know, just has these perimeter guides for the cover, you know, it would do well to be sealed up tightly against dirt and grime. Shout out to my buddy Richard in New Mexico, who drives now a 2006, and I'm sure he'll look at this one way or another because we share all kinds of stuff about our riding. But you know, this switch mechanism is just a joke. So there's a component here that has the slider, the tabs, if you will. This has got 4 wires, so this is the emergency flashers, and this is what was malfunctioning originally. I would have to hold that button in, and there's a lot out on YouTube about this, but I don't know that anybody's actually taken a moment to say, oh, and this is the inner workings of it. This little arm there that, you know, makes the button stop when you hold it in, and then release when you pull it out. And you know, there's no difference in feel between this one that's brand new and this one that I retrofitted because my bike happens to have fog lights. In any event, here you've got the tabs from the switch, and basically those 2 notches there index into this, press those connectors together, then that slides in and out to make those connections on there. So this slides on the inside. With one hand, it's kind of hard to do that, but I guess bottom line with these switches is go out on the internet and find the guy who has retrofitted Radio Shack single pole and dual pole rocker switches that will probably drop right into this blank for the fog lights, and maybe you'd have to do a little hunting to find out duplicate or just make your own. Maybe it'll drop right in. I think the dimensions I saw online were like 3/4 of an inch by 0.72 in the opposite direction, so close to 3/4 inch on square. But just a lovely little switch with an illuminating dot. You know, a couple of solder joints for the fog lights, 4 for the emergency flashers, and you've got something that for $6 is at $180. Take the time to seal it. I used tape so I could get it open again one day. Even something like, well, any number of things could be used to seal that perimeter seal. But Honda, you could definitely do better as far as keeping this stuff under the dash corrosion tight, especially when there's an electrical contact involved. From the prairie, Livingston, Wisconsin. Sunny day. I ought to be riding, but no, what am I doing? I'm wrenching in the shop. Here we go.